Good morning, dear students. So, today we'll be talking about file handling. This covers the chapter 4 of Computer Science, class 12th. The modules that we'll be covering in this chapter is why we need file handling, types of files, Python file handling system, and then the practical approach to understand the theory. Why we need file handling? Actually, file handling is required to store our data onto some text files, binary files, or CSV files. Let's take a practical example. If you create a program which takes the input for 10 students, then every time you run the program, you will be requiring the data of 10 students and you need to input it every now and then you run the program. That is a cumbersome job. Now, if you want to store that input of 10 students onto the file and then give that file as the feed to your program, so that is the more easier approach. So we can handle files in terms of program data or input or a command line argument. Now in this chapter we'll be dealing with three types or three kinds of files. One is the binary files, the text files, and the CSV files. CSV files are the comma separated files. It is just as an Excel file in the Microsoft. Now data files. Data files are generally of three kinds. They are used to store data pertaining to specific applications so that we can later use it. These are of two types, basically text files and binary files when we talk about Python, and then we also have a CSV file that is in Excel. Now text file stores information in ASCII or Unicode. Each line is terminated by a EOL character. Now internal translation takes place whenever EOL character is read or written. But in case of binary files, it stores the data in same format as it is held in memory, that is in form of bytes. No delimiter is there for a line, that is, as in text file we had EOL characters, in binary files we don't have this kind of character. So there is no internal translation required when it is read or written. Now the third type is CSV file, that is comma separated value file, which allows data to be saved in tabular format as in Excel file. Basic operations that takes place on files are the CRUD operation: creating, reading, updating, and deletion. Now, for creation, we will require some different function. For reading, we will require some different. For updation and deletion as well, as we will have different functions. So in creation, there are two kinds. One newly created file and the other one when we need to update the file. So we need to keep in mind that whenever we are opening a file, we are opening in which mode. Now Python files have this flow for working in file handling system. First we need to create a file. If it is not there, then we need to open a file. If existing file we need to work with, then we need to work on that and then close a file. Now while opening a file, we need to keep two things in mind. First, we are opening it for reading or writing. If we are opening it for reading, then we will read the data. That is, already existing data is to be read by the user. Now, if we are opening the file in write mode, we need to keep in mind that whether we are opening the file as a new file or we want to open an existing file and write onto it. If we open it in write mode and the name of the file had already some data, so in W mode the data will be overwritten by the new data. But if we open it in A mode and the file already exists, that is append mode means adding at the end. So if the file already exists, then it will append the data after the previous file data. So whenever we are not sure whether the file exists previously or not, we should open it append mode. Okay, and when we are sure that we don't want the older data, even if it has in a file, we can open it write mode. Now, absolute and relative path. So what is path? Path is a sequence of directory names which give you the hierarchy to access a particular directory or file name. Like for example, if I store my file in C drive program files folder, so the absolute path will be C program files and the name of my file. But if I'm talking about relative path, that means if I am in the folder program files, I'll be telling that the file is in the same folder. Like for example, I will just see the theory and then show you practical what is absolute and relative path. So absolute path is a path from topmost level of directory. Okay, that is C users lovely desktop demo.txt. And relative path is relative to the current working directory, that on which directory currently I am working. So where is it? Like if I take you, give you a simple day-to-day example, like I'm sitting on the second bench and I want to talk to somebody on fourth bench, right? So I'll be telling that the guy or the girl sitting just after two benches, right? That is the relative part because two benches after me. But if I tell about the absolute part, I will be telling second row, fourth bench. The girl sitting on second row, fourth bench. So this is the absolute part. So in terms of computer, I'll just show you what is absolute path and relative. Like for example, I will open this directory. Okay. Now, if I talk about this file, that is poem.txt. So the path is, this is the absolute path, that is it is in E drive, in data folder, then in study learning material, session and so on. So this full path is the absolute path. Okay, but right now I am here. Okay, then and I need to open this file in your, like for example, I am here in this learning material file and I need to open chapter 7. Okay, so right now I am in the folder learning material. So in learning material, if I have to give the path of chapter 7, I will be telling learning material and chapter 7. I will not give the whole path, right? That is E data studying learning material, then session and C Python 12, right? So this is called as your absolute and relative path. Now, how to open a file in text or binary? So it has a very normal syntax, that is we need to write open, the file name and the file mode. File mode tells you whether the file is to be opened in the text mode, binary mode, for read or for write or for append. So your X mode creates the specified files and returns an error if file exists. So I told you, if you are not sure about whether the file exists or not, you can open it in X mode. If you open it in X mode, if the file exists, it will not open the new file. If the file doesn't exist, it will open the new file with the same name. The R mode is the default mode. So if you don't mention the mode, it will open it in read mode. Additional modes are T and B. T is for text and B is for binary mode. Now, if you want to read a already created file, what we need to do? We need to write file equals to. So this file is a variable. You can write anything, F, fill, in, out, anything. So file equals to open, and then you need to give the absolute path of the file, right? Comma in read mode. And then you will write file dot read. Whatever variable you will take here, you will write file dot read and this file object will have all the content which is present in demo.txt. And if we write print in front of it, it will print the content of demo.txt. Even if we don't mention the mode, it will do or serve the same purpose. I told you that by default the file is opened in read mode. Now at times when you write the absolute path, the file does not open. So you need to write either R in front of your absolute path, or you need to replace the single backslash with double. Okay, if we prefix R in front of string, it makes it a raw string. That means no special character is attached. Okay, so at times when we give this colon and backslash, it thinks it is a special character, but actually it is the path. So if we want that these special characters should not be read as some meaningful other characters, we need to write R, that is, it is a raw string, or we need to give double backslash. Now, if we are trying to open a file for reading which is not there, you will get this error. That is, no such file or directory exists. Read the file which is already created, otherwise you will get an error. File object or file handle. So the variable file which we took in our previous programs are the file objects. They are used to read or write data to the file on a disk. It is a reference to a file on disk because all the function will be performed through that file object. Now there are different file access modes. So file mode governs the type of operation possible on file. So whether read is operational or write or append. So we'll just see the file modes. So it is R mode is for read, and if we want to read a binary file, we need to write RB. W is for text file write and WB for binary file write. A is for append to text file, AB is for append to binary files. R plus means read and write both. R plus B or RB plus means read and write both on the binary files. W plus means again write and read both to text file, and this for binary. And A plus means read and write both in the append mode to the file and this to the binary file. Now close functions helps you to break the line of file object and the file on the disk. So whenever you are finished working with the file object, you need to close. So you need to write the name of the file object. If the file object name is file, so you will write file.close. That's all with the introduction of files. In next videos, we'll be seeing how to work on text files, binary files and CSV files. So keep watching.